Hey guys, welcome back. It's more Spoopy Time. Got another quick itch.io web-based game called Please Answer Carefully. A 5-minute horror game about surveys and stalking. Now available in Italian and Spanish thanks to Diorama and Aster. This is a game, again, I know nothing about this game. I just found it on itch.io. Looks like fun, so we're gonna run it. Let's see how terrified we get today. Please answer carefully. A survey game by Litruke. Select language. Just make sure that's in English. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they're looking for translators. If you know another language and feel like translating this game, hit up the developer. Litruke. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Let's begin the game. Let's just get into it. Okay. Thank you for agreeing to take this survey. Survey will last 5 to 10 minutes. Please be attentive to the questions and answer carefully as we care deeply about your feedback. The survey contains some audio features. These can be muted if necessary, but we recommend leaving your sound on. Test your volume. Yeah, my volume's pretty solid. Just double checking that you guys can hear that too. Just checking my audio. Which of the following internet-enabled devices do you currently own? I have a desktop, I have a mobile phone, and I actually have a smart TV that I don't use the smart TV function for. I had like a laptop, but it shit out on me, so I'm looking to buy a tablet. But for now, it's just the PC and the phone, and the smart TV was actually, yeah, that's it. On a typical weekday, about how many hours do you spend online? Okay, so I work 3 days a week, so I have 4 days a week off, and I spend a lot of my time here with you guys, or, playing games with friends, or doing game night. So I'd say that's 6 hours, just because we don't really have, like, cable or anything. We watch everything online. I read stuff on Reddit. I read a lot of ebooks, so I have to be online for that on my phone. And I'm a huge reader. I've got, let's see, one. There's another one in the kitchen. There's one in our bedroom. There's one in his office. We've got like 3 or 4 bookcases, just completely full. And I've got a couple boxes of books too that I need to still get drawers for. I have an addiction. That's why my lovely boyfriend and I have an agreement that we don't ask how much I've spent or will spend in the future on books. And I don't ask the same thing about other things, And then we both play Warhammer, so then we need those books too. Chaos armies are expensive. Anyway, so I'd say about 6 hours a day online. That was a tangent and a half. On a typical weekday, how quickly do you respond to work-related emails or messages? Usually within an hour or two, because I get all my emails to my phone, and I like to be on top of work-related emails. I don't get a lot of work-related emails, though. Like, not even for, like, YouTube. And I also have that account. I have this account connected to my phone as well, and then I have my personal accounts. But, really, work doesn't like to email outside of work unless it's human resources related, which lately we've had a couple of those, but I'm on top of it, So, within an hour or two, I try to be pretty on top of that. On a typical weekday, how quickly do you respond to non-work related emails or messages? Usually within the hour. Email's how I communicate with a lot of my family, just because they're not as tech savvy. Aside from like my grandmother and my mom, the rest of the family is not very tech. So we all basically have an email chain to keep in contact for COVID, since none of us can really go visit each other. Also text messages. I'm hearing things. Just want to point out, I'm not touching the mic or moving my clothes or making any possible noises that could be the rustling of clothing. And it just skipped over the why wouldn't you answer mine? That sent shivers up my spine. Have you ever pretended to be digitally unavailable in order to avoid communication with someone? Pretending you're from... No, actually, I've never actually... Do people do that? I've never actually done that. I'm usually pretty honest. If I don't answer you, I try to be, like, on top of answering text messages, even if I don't want to talk to you. And, like, I will find a reason to walk away from my phone, but, I'll be pretty honest about it. Like, just like, hey, you know, I'm not feeling it great today. Because usually that has to do with more of my depression, anxiety. You know, everybody has a down day, especially if you're, like me or Brandon or some of our friends who, you know, you're medicated for that shit. So, like, I have down days, and if I have a down day, I'm just pretty honest, like, hey, it's got nothing to do with you. I just really not talking to anyone today. Can I get back to you tomorrow? I'm usually pretty honest, so I've never lied about my phone being dead. How much attention do you pay to online surveillance and digital tracking? Also, you know, I lose my phone a lot. Like, that's honest to God truth. Brandon has had to call it so many times. How much attention do you pay to online surveillance and digital tracking? A little. Like, I know how to browse incognito, and I like to protect my passwords, and I've got some pretty good antiviral software. Have you ever felt like you're being... Why does every, like, breathing sound in a horror game sound like they need a fucking breathe right strip? I'm just saying. Have you ever felt like you're being watched? Occasionally, but that's paranoia and anxiety. Like, that's... On the next page, you will be shown several statements. Based on your current experience, please rate your agreement with these statements. From strongly agree to strongly... Oh, strongly disagree to strongly agree. This feels like one of those job surveys. I have a phone within reach at all times. I don't appreciate that. I agree. Windows are locked? Yeah, no. I lock my windows when they're closed. Can recognize my neighbors? Yeah, no, my neighbor is actually super adorable. I like all my neighbors. I lucked out in this apartment. I've had shitty neighbor apartments, but, or apartment neighbors. Can't talk. But, our neighbors are great, and I know all of them. I do feel safe in my home. I didn't feel safe in the last city I lived in. Brandon had to chase a few people from breaking in with one of my really nice kitchen knives. But I feel a lot safer now. We have security overnight, you know, and we're not in a major city. I mean, technically we are, but we're more in, like, we're almost to, like, suburbia townhouse area. Like, we're out of the way. For quality control purposes, please select strongly agree for this question. Everyone deserves a second chance, no matter what they've done. I think I'm pretty neutral on this one, because it depends. Like, if you murder someone, but you murder someone with a good reason, like, I don't know, like, there's a really fine line in a lot of things, so I can't really give a for sure answer. So I'm very neutral on this one, just for sure. Question 10. Is that why I can't come home? Oh. I don't know that this is so much stalker. Is someone just trying to go back? Well, unless... I miss you so much. It sounds like someone had a really rough breakup and they were asked to move out and they did not take it well. I guess I have to agree. I'm not typing this. I'm literally hitting the D and F key. I was gonna be like, fuck you, but... So that was... I'm curious, do the answers change based on how you answer things? Do the questions change? Like, if you're not super honest and you answer like someone's stalking you, like, you're very unsafe, or like if you say like my windows aren't locked. So check out this game. I'll link it, in the description below, as usual, and it's also on itch.io. Please answer carefully. It's one of the new games up there today. Sorry, fuzzies on my shorts. When you have tattered shorts, that'll happen. I try to let my clothes live till the very last second. So check out this game. It's very eerie. It has a very creepy message. It also says a lot about relationships going awry. But, check out this game. I wonder, if the ending would change based on different answers. Like, I answered pretty honestly. I try to. But I'm wondering if you answered differently, like, if you have different habits, or if you answered as if you were someone being stalked. Ooh, excuse me, heartburn. If that would change something. So, yeah, that was this. If you are being stalked, though, and you do feel unsafe in your home, this game is a little touchy on that. Please call your local police. Please call your local law enforcement. Please reach out to your family and friends. Be safe. Set up systems of contact. Make sure your family knows where you are at all times. I mean, stalkers are no fun. It's not great. It's not a great feeling to be constantly hounded like that. Anyway, enjoy your nightmares, Spoopettes, and I'll see you in the next one.